All right, Cy, here we are again.
Yep.
Day 5, right?
Day five. We think, right? They're all starting to blend together a little bit now.
Yeah, a little bit of, this is Mike Siegel from BBI, and I'm here today with Cy 56, also of BBI, to give you today's training camp report, which is going to be an abbreviated report. So we got washed out a little bit today, Cy.
Yeah, practice got cut short a little bit, the outside portion of it, some thunder and lightning, so they moved the practice inside the practice facility. We had to cut out of here early anyway, so we decided to miss the last, there were probably 15 minutes left to practice. We still got to see plenty of 7-on-7, got to see some live 11-on-11. There's still a lot to give to you guys today.
And I know we were right by the linebackers, and that's an area of interest for you. So
always drawn to the linebackers. You know, it's back when I did play, that was the position I played. So I'm always drawn to that position. And coincidentally, they were right in front of us when we started, right when we walked out. So they were working on a drill where you kind of stack a blocker and shed them. And it's just interesting, you know, being up that close. You can really compare body types, how much power they deliver to the bag, how quickly they get off, and it's definitely can give you kind of like an inside look at what these linebackers can do.
I know you had remarks that you made about Calvin Munson.
Yeah, Calvin Munson, undrafted free agent out of San Diego State. He kind of played a little bit of a hybrid outside linebacker, inside linebacker role there, and he had a nice career, but you could tell he's definitely a strength deficit compared to some of these veterans that have been doing NFL strength and conditioning programs for a few years now. So you can kind of get just a quick look at that and say, like, all right, this guy might be at least a year away from really having a shot at making this 53-man roster, simply because he just doesn't seem like he has the NFL caliber power presence just yet.
And unfortunately, we all had a bit of a shock when Shephard went down.
Yeah, I mean, I was telling you right after it happened, you hate to see something like that, just both on a fan level and on a personal level. You know, Shephard appeared to be in a decent amount of pain for a while, and I don't speculate on injuries. I'll completely just wait for the reports to come out from the beat reporters and the Giants themselves. Hopefully it's not something that's going to linger, but it's going to create opportunity for somebody else. Shephard was going to get a lot of snaps in this offense. We know that. He got a lot last year. He had a lot of success. So, you know, you can't spend too much time grieving about it. You got to find out who's going to step up. And the likes of Tavares King, Roger Lewis, Evan Engram, who is kind of like a tight end wide receiver hybrid, these guys are now going to get a shot at getting those snaps that Shephard was going to have.
But in terms of the depth chart, it does look like they put King up right into that spot.
Yeah, the first look appeared to be Tavares King, and if you had to ask me right now which wide receiver probably deserved that spot, if Shephard is out, I would say King is probably the number one guy that's going to at least get the opportunity to get his snaps.
And any other, I mean, Casillas also looked pretty sharp again at practice today.
Yeah, you know, the Giants linebackers, they were not happy today. You know, they were playing with a little chip on their shoulder, and there was a couple fights during the 11-on-11s, and that's competition. You know, these guys are told to try and make a roster, but hey, don't go all out and take guys down. It's a very hard line to go back and forth on for these guys. So there was a couple fights between Casillas and Justin Pugh. We saw
Devin Kennard
got into it with Justin Pugh. We saw Nat Berry knock down one of the tight ends downfield. It seems like these guys are kind of just itching to really go actually live, and I think they probably can't wait till August 11th when Pittsburgh comes to town.
Well, I don't know about them, but I can't wait.
Yeah, I think we're all in the same boat there, for sure.
Anyway, we're sorry to have such a brief report for you today. Hopefully tomorrow, we've arranged some interviews for tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to have something in a little more detail. Coming up, we're going to be talking to BBIer who was at camp today, and also we're going to have selected shorts for you.
All right.
We're back now with a BBIer who admitted to being at training camp today. This is the famous Larry in Pennsylvania.
I don't know how famous, but okay.
Pretty famous. I think you're famous.
Thank you.
All right. And we call him Lippy for short sometimes. And anyway, Larry had his nephew at training camp today. So Larry, what was it like being in the stands today?
It's a much more fan-friendlier atmosphere than Albany was. You know, everything is, you know, there's nice bleachers, everything's covered, there's events for the kids, everything's set up for the kids for autographs. unfortunately, my nephew couldn't get autographs because there was a storm, but we'll be back next week, so it was pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's very different. I mean, in Albany, we used to hang behind like a snow fence almost.
Yes.
And you were at field level, and there were always people in front of you. And
it was first come, first serve, and if you're lucky, you're on the hill. And they do a really nice job for the families and for the little kids. So I had a really good time.
Anything stand out to you at practice today?
Other than the fights, I'd say I was impressed by Khalid Abdullah. It was somebody that Sai had mentioned, and both my nephew thought he was really, really fast. But I really found him exciting. Also, another guy that's really exciting for the fans is Odell Beckham Jr. I mean, everybody gives him a hard time, but he's out there and he's putting on a show for the little kids, and you can't say anything but nice things about him. So,
in terms of the entertainment, he's definitely got the value.
Yes, so he got the crowd going, which I thought was nice. There's a lot of kids will just sit there, they're bored out of their minds until Odell Beckham gets everybody going. So I enjoyed it. So.
Cool. Did you see much? I mean, I know you were kind of in an awkward spot for viewing.
Well, it's basically was the 11 on 11s was probably the most exciting thing, because when you're have a child with you, you've got to entertain. So, but was the best thing. Was Eli looked sharp as always. The unfortunate about Shephard, but that's what we'll see. But I'm trying to think of who else. Paul Perkins looked great. Great vision. So that's what I really remember from today.
Excellent.
So,
well, it's great to see you, Larry.
Always good to see you, Michael. My pleasure.
Always good to spend some time with you at camp.
Yep.
Coming up, we have some selected clips of today's practice. It's a modified number of shorts today. We had a little bit of difficulty filming because they were a little nervous about having the cameras in the way of the receivers after Shephard went down.
I still love yes. I live without it anyway, but it gets so I love. I was just telling Rick before when I was texting. I was like, this guy helped me get into sports radio, and he started a podcast, and I used to go on, and then I was like, maybe I can do the sports thing. I'm not even kidding. That's what I well, yeah. Well, there's one show that I'm a regular panelist on.
Those look pretty good.
Signing off on behalf of Psi 56 and Eric Kennedy, and we will see you guys tomorrow.